Welcome to the show.
This guy got a mistletoe belt on.
Gosh, that is bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days.
It's a joke, you idiot. Looked in the mirror, I'm like,
Good old innocent fun. Welcome back, everybody, to Troublemakers Take Two, the podcast where each week we bring on a guest and they tell crazy stories about their lives. I'm your host, Dylan Krasinski, coming to you from a beautiful but hot day in Astoria, Queens. With me, as always, is my number two, the big dog, the man whose threat went a little too far, and we got to do this intro over again. Mr. Ray Zawodni, everybody.
I apologize. I got ahead of myself. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction, Dylan, and thank you so much for being here. More importantly than thanking you or thanking me, I want to thank the people that have been checking out Troublemakers, whether you are listening to our episodes on the streaming platforms or watching full video episodes on YouTube or even just looking at reels and shorts. You can do us a huge favor. It's simple. It's free. Just engage with us, man. Share those reels if you think they're funny. Give us a rating and review on Spotify. And if you're even just on the YouTube watching that full video, it could really help us out. Just leave us a comment, all right? And now I do have a piece of advice if you are going to leave a comment, and it is going to sound like a threat because it is. Don't leave anything negative. I don't want to see you say anything rude or disparaging about our guest or, God forbid, Dylan, or even worse, myself. Don't say anything rude.
Nothing about our weight.
Because I am going to find
Nothing about our facial hair.
Nothing about our weight, facial hair, backwards hats. Because I am going to find you. I'm gonna figure out where you live. I have all of the resources to do things like that, and I am gonna kidnap you from your home, and I'm gonna bring you to an undisclosed location where I'm gonna tie you to a chair and force you to watch episodes of Young Sheldon on loop for 12 hours at a time on full volume. Now, if you don't want to experience that type of torture, I suggest you just say something nice and move along. Now, we have a wonderful guest on the show today, the absolutely hilarious good pal of ours, Shyam Subramanian.
Holy shit. This is like a woman designed it. In a nice way. In a totally nice way.
Yeah.
This fucking thing. Did you build that?
Yeah.
Or you bought it?
I built
You're
it.
a Lego guy?
Yeah, well, yeah, a little bit.
A woman built this and put a Marvel Avengers Lego piece in the corner.
Why not? An autistic woman.
Oh,
holy
my
shit.
God.
This is sick, man. This
Not
is
bad,
sick.
dude.
It's dope.
Dylan, I wouldn't say. I would say this to others, but Dylan does pretty well with the ladies. You know, he's he's a good-looking chap. He's charming. He's nice to talk to.
He's white.
And yet,
which is huge for me. I mean,
and yet he gets laid in spite of having a Marvel event. I mean, that makes things pretty tough.
Generally, I would say pussy repellent, but
That's what I mean.
Yeah, listen, I don't bring girls into the podcast room and I'm like, hey, check out my stuff.
I understand that, but I think you're giving that's cool that you give yourself a challenge. You know? Oh, dude, the best was I move in with my girlfriend, and a buddy was moving out too, and he gave me this Goodfellas poster.
yeah. And she must have hated
and
that.
I was like, thinking we could, and I knew what she was gonna say, so I was fucking with her. I was like, we could probably put this right above the table or in the living room. She was like, maybe just put it in the office room.
Yeah.
It might look really nice in there. And I'm like,
You just put it above your guys' bed.
Well, I did put a Roadhouse poster above our bed, and she has yet to move it.
Wow.
That's amazing. Is it because she can't move it?
I've made it really heavy.
She needs Ray's permission. That's what it is. They run a traditional household.
I put it where she can't reach.
Oh my God, Ray, I didn't know you were Indian.
I am, brother.
Wait, I did actually want to ask, how do you say your last name?
Zawodni.
And what is that?
Polish.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like Krasinski, two Polacks.
Oh, for a second I thought you were Lebanese.
Better question, Shyam. How do you say your last name?
Smith. That's all I tell people.
When I'm coming through customs, Smith. It's Smith.
John Smith.
I actually have a good story about that. But wow, yeah, I can't get. And those are Jordan 1s.
Yeah, but they're the mids.
What does that mean? They're not original?
They're not. Well, no, they are. They're
fake.
just not
You got them
the
in Times Square.
They're the
Okay.
red. They're the Jordan mids, so they're like $250 instead of being like 10,000.
So the lows are the
Dude, the
ones he
original
wore?
like the breads are like
Are you a
5
shoe
or
guy?
10 grand. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I'm not at all.
I used to be way more. Now it's kind of like You know, I like nice shoes, but I'm not crazy about them. They got too expensive, and I was like, why am I?
I just don't know what's what. Like, I'll see a pair of shoes, I'm like, I fucking love those, but like, will people think I'm cool? And if people don't think I'm cool, I don't fucking want them. Like, you know what I mean?
I used to think like that. Now what I do is I try to find shoes that I think are really cool, and if by chance you get the compliment, I brag about how cheap I got them. That's how white trash.
You know what?
You do that,
I like
dude.
that. I like that. You know what? I'm going to go buy a pair of shoes right now after this at Jimmy Jazz on Steinway.
Jimmy Jazz. Well, you're going to be getting ripped off at Jimmy Jazz.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Shyam's buying Nikos.
Oh, my cousin made it.
You got to hit up DSW online. I've been getting shoes $60 a pair of shoes. They look nice.
Like nice Nikes and shit?
Yeah, nice Nikes, New Balance.
Nice. Is there a DSW in the city? Like around here?
Not like a one you can walk into. I don't think. Maybe there is.
There definitely is. Actually, you know where there is one? I think there's one in Union Square.
Okay, good to know. I have no idea where that is, but I'll figure it out, I'm sure.
That's where like the stand is, Union Square.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure there's one there.
Okay.
If it's not on Ditmars, I really don't know.
Yeah, dude, I don't. I've been here for like 7 months now. I don't know dick. Like outside of like my fucking 20-foot radius in my apartment. The places, everything looks the same to me. It's like India, It's like fucking everything. Everybody looks the same, even though they're not at all. And like it's crazy. It's an adjustment period.
Dude, you were just in India, right?
Yeah, I was.
Dude, I was loving your travel vlog.
Dude, thank you. Not everybody was, but
really?
no, a lot of people hated it.
The Indian
Mostly
government?
my family.
Did you watch it at all?
No, I didn't get to see it.
It was so funny.
It was, because like with the fucking social media, like you just have to be posting.
Yeah.
So like my friend was just like, dude, just do, because I was like, well, I'm gonna be out there. I knew I wasn't gonna do comedy, so he's like, just fucking do like a travel vlog thing. And I was like, yeah, I mean, it's a disgusting place. I mean, there's going to be things to fucking show. Yeah, I can just fucking do that. And then also, this was the first time I had ever gone with, so my mother was there.
Yeah.
But like, this was not like a family trip. Like every time I've fucking gone, it's been with like family and we're just going to fucking temples and I'm fucking bowing down to my aunts. And literally, when I was a kid, dude, we would go see like aunts and uncles. And at the end of, like, we'd leave, you have to like bow down to them and they like throw rice on you. It's like a legit, like that's legit. Like don't let these whitewashed Indians tell you that no. There's traditional motherfuckers, and like I didn't have to do any of that stuff this time, so it was kind of sick. So
I fuck with the bowing. I'm gonna raise my kids to bow. When
That is
they
pretty
leave
nice,
some places.
dude.
That rips.
That is pretty good.
I tell you another thing. This is something I'm jealous of cultures like Indian culture and like being in New York where there are a lot of like first generation or even second generation, like that they have people back in the old country.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Yeah.
I'm like ninth generation in fucking America.
Yeah, he was here during the Civil War, his family.
Yes.
get the fuck out of
Slave
here.
owners.
We lost a close one.
Really? No. Wait. Was your family really slave owners? Because
No,
I got to check.
They were, my family were fucking dumb Polacks that probably didn't fight.
You know what's funny about, because I assume you don't have any family in Poland either?
No.
So I have another friend who's also Polish. Like, he's first generation, but even he only has like one aunt in Poland. And it's like, is that, I mean, I'm not going to say it's a trend just because I know 3 Polish guys that don't have family there.
I think it's not a trend, it's a fact.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, I was going to say.
3 makes it a fact.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's very interesting. So I assume you guys have never been to Poland.
No, I would love to go.
I'd like to.
Dude, that should be a Patreon trip. We go to Poland.
Krakow.
I got
Krakow.
Civil War. That's fucking insane.
No, that's not true.
That's not true.
No,
Really?
Yeah,
Fuck.
no, I did
My
see
dick was
them-
like this. For
No. We'll fucking soften that dick up, baby.
Fought for the South. It was
no.
Ray's great uncle.
You know there were no Polacks fighting for the South.
Dude, that's why Ray gets so fired up when they start tearing down statues. Yeah.
Not
He gets real pissed.
not
dude.
hey, my grandfather built that. Fuck, man, that's funny.
the only wars my grandparents fought in were Korea.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They were really in the Korean War?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Korean War.
They must have been badass then.
I don't even know what the Korean War. Nobody cares.
I don't
There's
either,
no
but
movies
like
about the Korean War.
I don't either, but I just assume it's all Vietnam. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like,
it's
I
just
feel
like,
like if you weren't in World War II or Vietnam, nobody gives a shit.
you're kind of right.
Yeah.
Actually, you're kind of 100% right. You're
Except
dead on.
for the old dudes who have the hats. That's how I know. That's
the POW hat.
Listen, well, not POW, dude.
Well, I mean, whatever.
Dude, when they let you go, they give you a hat. They're like, wear this. Wear this when you get home. It'll be good.
It's in Thai writing.
They let you out. They're like, make sure you hit the gift shop on the way out. It's we got shirts.
We got some Purple Hearts in there. Whatever you need.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah, no, they got those hats that'll be like, a big patch that's like what war they fought in.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that shit. Every time I see like an old guy wearing one, I give him a...
Do guys who are
so corny.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Dude,
I wanted to get an American flag back here and
because he's trying to be exactly like Alex Jones. In the back.
to hang in the background, and Ray goes, Dad, I don't want an American flag.
Well, it's the reason that you want it. It's not because
I
you're
like
a patriot.
America.
No,
dude.
it's because you want to be like
I'm a
Alex
patriot.
Jones.
Hey,
or
no,
Joe
I don't want to be
Rogan.
like Alex
I know
Jones.
what it is.
Hey,
I'm a patriot.
I love America more than you, but the flag cooler. Right? There's lines. But wait, hold on. I just had a fucking question. Fuck, I forget it now.
Well, we're getting a "Don't Tread on Me" one. We came to a compromise.
We compromise.
And we're gonna put a "Don't Tread on Me" right next to the pride flag.
Oh, okay. That's actually creative. They should combine those two.
The pride flag that has the thin blue line through it,
Does that exist?
The
gay cop.
The gay Kenya flag, right?
Gay cops.
Yeah. Wait, is that really thing? Okay. I don't know, dude. That could totally be a thing, and I don't even fucking know about it.
I feel like I've seen it.
I
Like
don't
the
know
pride
anything.
flag with the thin blue line between it.
Fucking awesome.
That's just
Fucking awesome.
you see that on a bumper sticker, you don't know how to react. You're like, just breaking your brain.
I know, dude. It's so, because my dad's a Blue Lives Matter guy, so that would just fucking... Well, he wouldn't even know what the flag was,
Wait,
probably.
was your dad a white man?
Oh, yes, he is. Is he a white man? Ray, sit back.
Your dad, I've seen the pictures you posted. Your dad is like the most Indian looking guy. And
Dude.
then he'll have like a Make America Great Again hat on. And you're like, this is hilarious.
Well, you know the Super Bowl story.
No.
So I'm trying to do this on stage. This is a true story, okay? So like to set it up, my dad is like, he's kind of autistic. Like he's not like autistic like, oh, he's obviously autistic, but there's certain things that he does that's like, you're retarded. I mean, that's not, you know what I mean? Like that's not normal.
He is
But-
a sick puppy.
I love that voice. That voice is in my house 24/7 since 2016. I've heard that voice every single day in my fucking house for like 6
so
years,
funny.
8 years straight. So my dad's a huge conservative, big time Republican, and not only that, like he's one of these guys that's been completely radicalized by Trump. Like the people that they're not even Republicans anymore. They're just like they just love Trump. He's like
They like him like they like the Eagles or they like the Jets. Or
My
the
dad,
Yankees.
my dad has no gay inclinations. Would totally blow Donald Trump. I have no doubts about that. He's hardcore. So a couple of years ago, when the Bucks were playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, we went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh shit.
It was sick. We're big Brady fans, and it was the vaccine had just come out for the nurses, like for all like the essential staff, but not for everybody. So like it was still that like whatever weird time. Mm-hmm. So we go down there, and the best part is my dad's a hypochondriac too, right? So he like my dad got the vaccination, and then 2 days after he got it, lectured me for an hour on how I shouldn't get the vaccination.
He sucked it out of his own arm. He started feeling like a pussy.
Like you get bit by a snake.
Oh my God, just like when I was 12. So he fucking so it's it's the weekend. Now my dad's 70. He's 75 at this point. He's like 72 and he's got diabetes. And like I was kind of worried because I'm like, well, I mean, we are going to be in fucking Florida and like we're going to be at the Super Bowl. There's going to be so many super spreader event. I was like, whatever. So we're there And the whole time, like, you know, his mask is down. He's got a Trump 2020 shirt. The election's over, by the way. Election's over. Trump 20. The shirt is so red. I can't explain to you how red the shirt is. It's so fucking red. And on brown, like when you put red on brown, it's just so loud and disgusting. It is. It's a gross color, but you're drawn. I do understand why people are drawn to it. So he's the fucking. We're the only two brown guys like in the whole fucking place. Like we're staying at this like nice, like nicer-ish resort or whatever. So you know we're like trying to do like outdoor shit just to like be safe. So there's like this beer tasting out on the beach, and the hotel's like right on the beach. So we're we're walking. He doesn't even fucking drink. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't do anything. Like. So it's like I'm drinking, I'm like, and he's also like finicky. So like we're like, all right, so we're out there for an hour and we're like about to leave, and this white woman, she sees him and she's like, holy shit. She's like, hey, nice shirt, right? And and this is what I mean, he's autistic. He sees her and he just fucking like makes a beeline for her, because like my dad like comes at the opportunity to like, if somebody's gonna give him a platform, he's gonna he watches Trump. He's like, this is I've been training for this. I mean, I've been watching film. Like, you know what I mean? So he makes it a fucking beat. This woman happens to be from Newport, Rhode Island. She's a hardcore Republican. It's her and her friend. They're like middle-aged white ladies. And my dad also, like, you know, he's only been with my mother, so I'm sure he would love to fuck these women. You know, he probably hasn't had sex in 35 years. Like, I love white women. Like, it can't come far. Like, it's got to be. That's what I'm thinking. Like,
apple don't fall far from the tree.
Exactly. The mango doesn't fall far from the bush. Whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Sure. So he's like really excited, and he starts talking about all this Republican shit, like John Kerry is a crook, like just naming like John, like he's like just going in. The Democrats are crook, sales taxes, and he's going all this shit, and he knows a lot of shit. I don't even check him on it, and they're fucking eating it up. Like he's like the election was rigged. They're like, yeah, it was rigged. And he's just saying all this shit, right? And like I know my dad. I know he's about to say something vile. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, let's rein it in. Let's like get out of here. Like I'm like, all right, like because he's just going off, and I'm just like, all right, it's time to. And as soon as I do that, the woman stops me, and she goes, no, like let him go. And I swear to God, dude, I go, okay, and he keeps going, and all of a sudden there's like a dead, like it's like silent for like 10 seconds. He's crushing. Yeah, he's crushed up until this point. They're loving him so much because he's like brown guy who loves Trump. He likes Trump more than us. Like this is crazy.
He's a real Uncle Patel. You know what I mean?
Exactly. They're like, are we in Django Unchained Part 2? Like they don't fucking. They're shocked, and it's like silent, and I can see in his eyes like he's like, fuck, like I don't know what to say, like what's next, and I can see his gears turning, and it's like silent for like 10 seconds. He goes, ladies, do you know Bill Clinton raped 25 women? And I swear to God, dude, their faces were like, we're Democrats now. Like it was. Conversation completely ended. We walked away. Like it ended on that note. We just like walked away. I was like, okay.
You warned them.
I did. Exactly.
You told them what was gonna happen.
They were asking for it.
Yeah. Oh my God!
No. Don't be rude.
But dude, yeah, that's how passionate he gets.
God damn, dude! I love that.
I always say that. When I'll never forget my grandfather when it was Hillary versus Trump. I said, so who'd you end up voting for? He was like, I voted for Bill's old lady. And then I said, wow, you picked the most Donald Trump way to say that you voted for Hillary Clinton.
That's fucking amazing. That is fucking
Holy
amazing.
Shit.
Bill's old lady.
Bill's
old lady is great.
That's gonna be the name of the episode.
That's so
Bill's
fucking,
old lady.
Bill's old lady.
Hey, Shyam, what the fuck do you think happened the other night?
Oh God.
Not to change the subject, but before we started rolling, he came in here and said, "Hey man, if I would have seen your message, I would have come and drank with you." It was like 3 a.m, and I was with you 10 minutes before that message.
Well, Ray. First, the easy answer is I'm mentally ill. Okay, that's the first easy answer. But the second answer is there is something about Irish goodbyes that gets my dick hard. So I don't know what it is. I actually, truthfully, I blacked out that night
Yes,
because
well, now I know.
well, yeah. And I think I went to another bar, and all I remember is I remember coming home, and I just remember having cookies and an eggplant parm sprayed out all over my bed.
Oh my God, dude!
And my door wide, my door wide open with my
your
roommate.
apartment or
no, my room. And like my roommates, they're good people, so they like get up and they're all like rosy cheeked in the fucking morning and shit.
You sleep until 3 p.m.
Like boxers on, like door wide open, AC in the living room cranking, just like TV blasting, just fucking. So that's what happened.
Well, I'll tell you what happened.
Oh boy, dude!
First of all, Dylan
I had a
was
night too.
Okay,
Dylan was
You don't
there.
remember this?
I don't.
Dylan was there physically, mentally was in fucking Narnia.
That I do know. That I do
will
know.
say it's the drunkest I've ever been without blacking out.
The drunkest I've ever seen this man. And
Really?
I've known him for years.
I didn't black out. I like remember.
I knew you were
the whole
fucked up.
night.
I knew you were fucked up, but we were still like so I forget. So I remember walking into Rice K. I remember seeing this girl that I hit on who was on a date with another guy.
Okay.
And then about 10 minutes later, I remember the next 10 minutes. I remember the kid coming in and karaokeing, the 2-year-old. There was something like 2 or 3-year-old that came in and karaoke, and then I forget everything after that.
Oh, I don't even remember a kid coming in.
That's weird.
I brought her.
Me and you were some of the last people there, and
Okay.
I was kind of like not that, like I was pretty drunk, but like I wasn't that bad because I had to like leave for like 3 hours in between.
Yeah. Right.
And you are just hitting on this like, I don't know, 50-year-old black woman.
Hell yeah.
And every time
Hell
I come
yeah.
over to talk to you, and every time I came over to talk to you, you'd be like, and then you would say something like in front of her, like, hey, dude, come on, man, will you settle down? I'm trying to talk to my lady. and then I just start losing
Are you
it.
serious?
Oh, dude,
oh my God. I hope I wasn't rude.
You had her laughing.
Oh, okay,
She was
all right,
cracking
okay,
up.
all right, all right.
And she was, but she was being playful. She was like, "You want to get your friend?" I was like, "He ain't my friend." You know? And we kept like playing that bit. And then me, you, Ivan, and Ivan's buddy are all leaving. And then I'm like, "Hey, let's go for another one at Rocky's." And then you're like, "All right."
Oh, wait a minute. You saw me by myself.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of this, dude.
Yeah, you came back to Rice K, the karaoke place.
Oh yeah, I saw you at Rice K.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were there. You
dude.
showed up.
I don't remember any of this.
Bro, so you are, you're like, I gotta fucking piss. You keep talking about how you gotta piss. And then I'm like, dude, all right, well, let's go to Rocky's. We're like a block away. And then you're like, I can't hold it, man. And then you're like, I like pissing outside anyways. You bounce around the corner, and then I start saying how I could smell your stinky dick from here. And you are laughing just like that, but even louder. And then Ivan and his boy just dart across the street into an Uber. And I'm like, fuck. So I was like, all right. I was like, Shyam, I was like, what are you doing? And you're just there, like, you're not like moving. You're like pissed. I'm like, well, I'm going right around the corner to Rocky's. I'll see you in there. And you're like, all right, cool. I'll see you in there. I'm sitting there and order a drink. And then like I get like halfway through my drink and I'm like, oh shit. He never came in. So
Dude,
I send you a message and you didn't respond.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh my.
I don't.
God.
Oh, that's what you mean. I thought you. Oh, I didn't even know I saw you. I know I left with Tilson. We originally left Rice K. I don't remember anything after that.
Pretty sure you guys both came back. I had a night too. I had a bit of a
Dylan
night
almost
as
fought.
well.
Wow. Thanks for fucking filling me in.
Dylan almost fought at a karaoke night at an Asian fusion restaurant over a Creed song.
It was a brief argument.
Please do
Can
tell.
I tell you my side and then Ray can tell you his?
Yeah. Tell me your. I want to hear the. Right.
I remember the Creed comes on and I was like, oh my God.
Okay.
I got to sing. I look over and our buddy, Adam, is singing Creed.
Okay.
And there are
Adam,
two
yeah,
microphones.
Adam Gully, yes.
There are two, friend of the pod. There are two microphones, right? So I'm looking for the other microphone and then I see just some random guy is sitting down holding the microphone, like singing into it.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, this is Adam's song, so like I'm his friend. In my mind, I'm like, I should be able to sing this with him. So I'm
already on Ray's side here.
I guess what I remember, a bit of a dick move, but I walked over, I go, hey, let me see that. And I just like took it from him and started singing. And then I just felt like he like kicked me in the back or something. And then I was like, what the fuck, dude? And he's like, you took my microphone. And then Ray called me the next day and filled me in on the whole story.
So not what happened. So Adam goes
I'm
up.
taking a break from drinking.
Adam goes up and says, "Hey, do you want to sing this song with me?" I say, "Sure." I also realized that Adam had been going up there all night just singing songs that he didn't put in. Grabbing other people's microphones. I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
So I go and I'm getting ready to sing this with him, and this dude comes up and he's like, "Oh, you guys must have played the same song." And I was like, dude, I don't really feel like singing this song. I was like, you sing with my buddy. So I give him the microphone.
Oh, you gave him?
And he like walks over and he's like, "Oh, cool, thanks, man." And like we're like being like friendly. He was like, "We'll sing one together later." I was like, "Yeah, dude, I don't care. I don't care about singing fucking Creed. I just got here."
Yeah.
And he's like sober. He's like, he had like 4 beers, took 3 hours off.
Right.
I don't care about singing karaoke.
Yeah.
He sits down and
It's also weird to sit down and sing karaoke.
That I'll give you.
I didn't like
that.
that.
I'll give you.
Like
that
that.
I will give
why
you.
I was initially drawn to it.
Because either you're in or you're out.
But the sitting down is paramount to the story.
Okay.
So Gully doesn't realize what happened either. In fairness,
Okay, yeah.
So Gully keeps turning around. He got the microphone, and he's like, "The fuck's this guy do? Why is he
Okay.
singing with me?"
Okay.
And I was like,
He
"Adam,"
doesn't see that you
and
get.
I'm going, Adam. It's fine.
Yeah.
Let this guy sing.
Yeah.
I don't care. And it's like Adam's like 15th song. He's like the fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers. He won't give up the mic. And so Dylan
They're
just
calling for encores. He's like, nah, we'll do a couple more.
Dylan just comes out of nowhere, just this human body with nothing inside it. And it's just, dude, like I see this like primitive like look in his eyes, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on here? And he grabs at the mic and he's like, "Give me that." And he starts yanking at the mic, and the dude is also, they're like tug of warring with the mic. So the dude, he kicks you because he's trying to use leverage to pull the mic off you.
Dude.
So he pulls it and kicks me.
That's fucking amazing.
Meanwhile, this is all happening with the soundtrack of Adam Gully singing "My Sacrifice." And so the guy like starts to stand up a little bit, and Dylan pushes him back down. I'm like in between them both, like pushing them this way.
Yeah.
Ivan is pulling on his fanny, Dylan's fanny pack
that I had wrapped around
And
my chest.
Dylan's
pulling on my fanny pack.
Dylan's calling him a fucking pussy, telling him to come outside. The dude's like, "All right, I'll come outside after this song." And I'm like, "What the fuck is going on? This is karaoke." You know, like calling him a pussy. Like,
Damn.
There's nothing weirder than dudes fighting over a Creed song. So then I get them separated, and I just walk away. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm standing.
So this
over
was
there.
like a scene.
Not really though. Nobody's really noticing.
Okay.
It's rice cake karaoke. It's not the weirdest thing that's happened there.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
So I'm talking to Adam's girlfriend, and she's like, "What the fuck happened?" I have no idea. And she's like, "Oh my god, what?" Now Dylan's hugging that guy. And I just turn around and Dylan, dude, they had one of those conversations you see from afar where they like do like 3 dap ups. They hug, they stop, they start laughing, they hug, they stop, they dap up again, and then like something real serious happens or like this, they hug, and then they're like, and then they go get a drink together. It's like, what is going on in this place?
So you redeemed yourself.
Yeah, I think we both did. I wish I remembered him because we're friends now.
Okay, okay. I thought because I was gonna say, first of all, when I heard the initial story of you just walking over, I was like, that's the whitest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. That's
He
some
was
conquer
also
shit.
way whiter than me.
Oh, okay, okay,
yeah.
all right, okay.
And the dude also, I talked to him later. I think Dylan had already fucking Irish goodbye.
Well, you can tell the
then.
next part of that.
And
if you want.
the dude's like, yeah. I was like, hey, everything cool with my buddy? He was like, yeah, man. We squashed it. He's like, not the first time I had karaoke beef though. What?
That's what he said.
What is going on?
Dude, I've never had
insane.
karaoke beef, so it might be him.
Beef. That's fucking amazing, dude. Well, good for you. So I'm glad somebody else was fucking as fucked up as me.
Yeah.
Well, then Ray called me the next day. He goes, yeah. He goes, after that thing, I go to the bar with you, and I was like, hey, why don't we close out our tabs and I'll walk you home. Never had to have someone walk me home. So Ray's like, yeah. You know, I turn around, I close my tab out. I turn around and you're just gone. I must have closed my tab and immediately
I walked
left.
outside and it was like he just turned into a bat or something. There was I couldn't see him. I was like, did he run?
Not even like I'm just like stumbling home. I'm just full sprint down the sidewalk.
So now that makes more sense. Your text message and why my response to you didn't make sense at all.
I didn't just randomly message you at 3 a.m. like I'm trying to fuck you.
Well, I was
late night
flattered.
booty test.
I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I'm the man.
Right,
Wow, that's fucking.
Yeah.
All right, well, I apologize for that. Won't happen again. I mean, it might, but it probably will.
It
But
probably will.
You were cracking me up hitting on that chick though.
That's
It was so
good
funny.
to know.
It
That's
won't
good.
happen again, dude. We were supposed to record this yesterday.
Yeah,
and you,
that is true.
you texted
That
me
is
because
true.
you went out on Monday
Yeah,
night
yeah,
till
yeah.
3 a.m.
In my defense, I don't have a job.
That's never been a defense. Can you see a guy on trial? Your Honor, I do want to just say in my defense, I'm unemployed. I can't find work, so that's why I've been stealing. And
That's why I've been stealing copper wire from construction sites. Oh my god, dude! Have you ever copper is expensive, dude. You ever?
I haven't had to buy it lately.
No, not that I bought it.
No,
but-
I got a lot of former drug, and current drug addict friends that steal copper to
Dude,
sell.
I remember because my dad works in like woodworking, construction, and that kind of stuff. So I remember when I was working for him,
Shout out
he
Bert.
would collect like from old,
Yeah.
just pieces that were
Yeah,
cutting
yeah,
off,
yeah.
and he would throw them all in a bucket.
Yeah.
And then once a month he would bring them to the scrap yard.
Yeah.
And he'd cash it. And I remember I went with him once, and I was like, oh my god, just like a regular like a spackle bucket,
Yeah.
Dude, it was like a few $100.
Yeah.
Because they just take it, they weigh it, and they're like, yeah, all this is like copper or metal, whatever.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Then you see these dipshits rifling through the garbage for 12 hours a day for aluminum.
I know.
Dude, yeah.
But
But is aluminum expensive?
No, it's just
No.
5 cents.
Aluminum stinks.
Oh
the
yeah,
cans, dude.
cans. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
heard them out there just the other night. I was doing some editing in here, like 1 a.m., and they were like rifling.
That's a tough job.
Not here, but in Brooklyn, where there's rats everywhere. At least there's not that many rats around here.
You are unemployed. I mean, if you're looking, I think they're hiring.
They're hiring.
I've already done that work in India. I'm done. I had that job once.
Oh, dude. What was like the worst comment you got of hate from your travel vlog to India?
Oh, so I made a stupid video about Indian street food.
Yeah.
And like, trying to find like authentic Indian street food. And the last shot is me at a McDonald's because fucking it's
funny.
And in my mind too, it's so different than the India that I know. Like the India that I know, like, yeah, there was like 1 or 2 American restaurants, but now it's like I went to a Starbucks next to my aunt's house, like just for the AC because it's so fucking hot, and my aunt's a cheap cunt, so she won't fucking put on the AC. Cheap bitch, sorry, won't put on the AC, and
You bow to your aunt.
I have to too. That's the irony. I have to for the fucking hot air. Bullshit. So there's there's a KFC on every corner. There's fucking Bank of America. It's all this American shit.
Yeah.
And so I was just,
Hell yeah, dude.
hell yeah, brothers. So
I don't like men no more.
I can
sense
see your
there.
dad just walking around. Yep, KFC. They got one of them.
oh,
finally.
Sean, they have KFC. It's a great country. He doesn't even remember he's from there. He's like, I will visit here more often. But, it's becoming.
You grew up right there.
Yeah, just points to a bucket.
That's where you took baths.
So fucking, I post this video. Yeah, so it just shows like McDonald's or whatever, and like it doesn't even have that many views, and like it's mostly just like my friends commenting on it, and then there's all of a sudden this one guy who I'm not friends with. Like he's just some random guy who was in the algorithm. He says this huge like paragraph lecturing me and being like, and he erased it because I'll tell you why he erased it, but he basically he was like, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he's like, like look at fucking dude with white hair. Oh, no, look at dude. Could have done something educational about Indian street food, like where to go, where not to go, but instead for the views, he tried to make a joke. Even though he's got white hairs, he's still a little child. He goes, don't forget your parents and grandparents grew up on that food. Which that was the part I was like, motherfucker, my family has money. Okay, we don't eat street food. All right, the people who cook the street food cook for us. All right, like get the fuck out of here.
dude.
So I was like, don't insult me. He went, and I was like, I mean, I didn't care at all. I highlighted it, and a bunch of my two of my friends and then two other people that I didn't know started ganging up on him, and so he
my
just like
God.
erased it.
That's
and
so
it's like-
funny.
yeah, so it's like, and it's also like, fuck off. It's my experience.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not shitting on the country. I'm just.
Was the guy who commented Indian or white? Oh, okay.
There's a lot of virtue signaling Indians. There are, which is like, miss me with that shit because I've been there 15 fucking hundred times. So I've been through the shit. I've done all the.
That's a lot of
bullshit.
times.
Yeah.
A lot of miles. 1,500.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. 1,500 times raped by Bill Clinton.
Oh, dude.
I like that. That's your dad's like back against the wall fun fact. You know?
Shit, I'm out of everything else. He's running through. He's like, "What did Alex say? What did Tucker say? What did Hannity say?"
Dude,
Ah.
he loves Tucker. He loves
Republican Reddit. Do you know that Bill Clinton's a rapist?
yeah.
I like him doing icebreakers at his first day at a new job.
Oh God.
Anybody
Oh,
have
yeah.
any fun facts?
Well, I got one.
My dad, see, that's why he's autistic because my dad's the type of guy, and he's been unemployed for like 20 years now. But like when he's the type of guy that if he was at a work icebreaker, he wouldn't know the level of like he would just go to 100 right away. Like there's no easing in, there's no feeling out what people are into or anything. It's just
Hilarious.
like, oh no, I'm this. If you're not this, you're an idiot. Like he's the most. Like,
He's wearing his MAGA hat to interview at Google. He's like, "I've heard Facebook is very nice."
Yeah.
Meta, that's an Indian last name.
I've come here to wipe out all the fake news that you've been spewing on your platform.
Oh God.
Oh, dude, that's so funny.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say about? I forget. Oh, fuck.
And then another good one he had was when a couple of years ago, Biden was already in office for like a year, and there was something going on in the Middle East. I think it was like a resurgence of like Al Qaeda or one of those groups.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
not to be ignorant, but they're
Bad
all
guys.
the same. Yeah.
Bad guys.
Yeah. They're the villains. But anyway, there was some resurgence in the Middle East, and I came downstairs when I was living with my parents. My dad had this like basement, like it was his cave.
Yeah.
Like it was just like it was news clippings everywhere of like Republican shit. Do you know like books on like how the Kennedys are the worst family in the world and like bad
Really?
blood.
That's interesting. I thought Republicans like the Kennedys because they're anti-CIA.
Well, they're Democrat.
Yeah, but
My dad hates Democrats.
Interesting.
It's
but they tried to stand up and like disband the CIA, the FBI, and
yeah.
that's why they.
And my dad
killed
does
them.
hate those organizations too. My dad's a very conflicted guy.
He's a lot of
Sounds like it.
He's a lot of he's very conflicted. He's just sitting down and he's just on the computer, and I always every now and then would needle him, just like
What's going on?
What's he got to
What's
say?
going on in the news?
Exactly. Yeah, he's my news. So I would go down. I was like, hey, hey, Dad. I was like, what do you think about all this? All this fucking stuff about the fucking the terrorist groups in the Middle East. And I swear to God, dude, he looked up at me. He goes, Shyam, Joe Biden is a rapist. And I was like, oh, all right. I'm like,
That's kind of his thing.
yeah, it's his thing. It's
Off-
everybody's a
just
rapist.
off book.
Everybody's the rapist. Everybody's a molester.
Oh, my
Everybody's,
God.
Hillary Clinton is obviously a fucking fucks kids and shit. It's
Well, I mean, do you remember like being younger and seeing debates and like what they would smear people with? It was always like, oh, this guy used to do cocaine, or this guy, voted this way or voted this way, and now it's like he's a racist,
yeah.
he's a pedophile.
Literally, it's
like
insane.
holy fuck.
Dude, you know what it was? Obama finished that off when they were like, "Have you smoked weed?" And he's like, "Of course I have."
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
inhaled too.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
point.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
people
yeah.
are like, "Oh yeah, we don't really care about this."
Exactly.
This is what I was gonna say, dude. You can't say your dad's unemployed, dude. At 75, he's retired.
Well,
He's retired, dude.
yeah, but it's like forced retirement. Like he's been like he tried to work like 5 years ago, but whatever. Yeah, he's retired. He broke his leg back in like 05, and that like started the like I'm done working.
dude.
'Cause
You
he
know what
was
you
a-
should get him in? You should get him a YouTube channel.
He's been banned from Twitter before.
Probably not anymore though.
Oh yeah, because it's X.
Back on X.
I love Elon Musk. He likes Elon Musk.
I'm
Musk.
sure. It all tracks.
Some of it tracks, some of it doesn't track though. He likes Bill Maher. We went to a Bill Maher show. He wore a camouflage MAGA hat. into the show, and we were standing. There's all these white people outside just staring at him. They're like, "Who the fuck? Why is he here?" But he likes Bill Maher.
They
Like,
probably thought it was a Bill Maher like funny man. On
yeah,
the street
yeah. No, but it's not.
They probably thought he was Sacha Baron Cohen.
Dude, you know what you gotta do? Yeah, for my mom for her birthday or Christmas, I forget which. I got her the tickets to go see Gutfeld, and I went with her, and then we got dinner and everything.
My dad went.
Yeah.
In was it like October?
Nah, I don't. They do it like 5 times a week.
Oh, okay. Oh, the actual show?
Yeah.
Dude, I should take my dad. Where is it? It's in New York?
Right in New York. It's like
I should take him, dude.
right in like Midtown.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should fucking
'Cause
take.
I
He
went-
loves Greg Gutfeld.
My mom's a big fan, and
He loves Greg Gutfeld. But honestly,
he's funny. Dude, there's a bunch of comics that
He
we're
is
friends with
not
who
funny.
do
that. I don't
shows.
agree with you. I mean,
Greg Gutfeld is not funny.
it's funny for different reasons for
Well,
me.
dude,
like, it's so.
There's ISIS / Al Qaeda videos that are funnier than that.
Obviously, dude. Obviously, there's some pretty hilarious ISIS videos that you can find on the dark web. You know,
Ice Qaeda. If you don't know what it is.
Wow. So it's fun.
Dude, well, it was. I was like, all right, we're gonna go. We had dinner before. It was really nice, and but your dad would fit right in because we walked and like I don't know. I'm from New York. I'm from Long Island, so
Yeah.
like if you're going to a show or an event, like I think you kind of dress up. So
Yeah.
I'm in like a button down
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
jeans,
sure,
maybe.
sure, yeah.
And my mom, and then we show up, and dude, everybody there in line, it was like cut off tees, make America great again.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like camouflage, Budweiser shirts.
I got a Buccaneers jersey that'll be perfect for that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, how much were tickets?
Free.
And do they have the thing where like you have to laugh on cue? Like
No, not at
and
all.
clap and shit.
Not at
Really?
all. I'm trying to think.
Gutfeld's taking some chances there.
No, they added in post. I'm sure.
Dude. It's some of the jokes are like
silence in there is
of course.
deafening.
Dude, it's late night though.
Yeah,
you
true,
got to think
true.
it's that show is the equivalent of it's the Republican version of Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy
Colbert.
Fallon,
Yeah,
Colbert.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's
true.
really what it is. It's late night, so
Yeah.
it's late night jokes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was an interesting
Dude,
experience.
it's making my blood boil. Why? Because it stings.
I mean, Ray,
Yeah,
I watch it
sure.
with my dad. I'll put it to you this way: I watch with my dad. He's laughing and I'm laughing and we're laughing for completely different reasons. So I kind
Ray,
of
it can be enjoyable, dude.
No, but I agree with it. I'm laughing because it's horrible.
Here is my thing. Is I think that this is the only thing I'll say about comedy. I think that there is this like spectrum where like if you get too far political one way or the other, you cease to become funny.
Yeah.
And I don't like to say it because there were times where I really loved these two comedians like a lot, but like it's like from Nick DiPaolo to David Cross.
Both went opposite directions.
They both went opposite directions and went like all
especially
in
DiPaolo
on being like political.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, these guys used to be like some of like the funniest dudes I've ever
Right.
seen, and now it's like you really have to sift through all of the like
Political hot takes to find the comedy.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
and that's tough to and I mean even on the other side like a Colbert is unwatchable.
Yeah. I don't watch any of that shit.
every-
Trevor Noah, like none of that shit. Like I don't watch any of that shit.
Well, you definitely don't watch Trevor Noah because he's been gone for a while.
Oh, really? That's how
That's
little
what
I
I'm
watch.
saying.
Yeah.
It was doing pretty bad. I think
Yeah.
that's why they brought Jon Stewart back to do like once a week.
One time I was actually I went to Chappelle a couple of years ago when he was touring with Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
And like Jon Stewart opened up for him. We're at the Wang or whatever, and somebody like shouted something out. He had the person kicked out. It's like, dude, like, I mean,
it's also,
you're Jon. I mean, whoever the person was, like Jon Stewart, like gave them a chance. It was kind of it was like crowd work
Yeah.
and then like Jon Stewart just didn't like what they were saying, and he was like, just had them kicked out. Chappelle came on later and had a white woman talk and just eviscerated her.
Yeah.
You know, eviscerate them. You're Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
have
mean?
that power.
Yeah. Like, what
And
do you? Like,
everybody is on your side.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
everybody there paid $70 to go see the show.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah. But I don't know. Yeah.
You mentioned earlier when I brought up customs. You
Oh.
said you had a story.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a funny story. but it irked me.
Sometimes, hey, listen, if you want to cry on the pod, it wouldn't be the first time.
And if it's not funny, you could. I would see if I could get you a spot on Gutfeld next week.
My dad literally religiously tells me, "Shyam, go on the Greg Gutfeld show."
My mom tells me that too all the time,
dude,
all the time.
But is it that easy for comics to get? No,
I do
right?
not think so.
Yeah, there's no way. Because I would have no problem selling my soul to the devil.
Absolutely.
Where do I sign?
Me too.
Hell for the rest of my life.
You guys need writers?
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure.
Oh, come on. I'll write some jokes.
I'll
writ some jokes about
it
immigration.
would be so easy because the jokes wouldn't have to be good. Here's immigrants, am I right? It's like
Sean up there. You see this Sleepy Joe fella?
Dude, all you got to do, I'll write one right now, dude, is there's an influx of people coming to the border, and then you just show a picture of a bunch of dudes in a clown car. That's it. Just 30 guys getting out of a clown car. Boom. Joke.
Done.
That is a perfect joke for television.
That's a closer on Gutfeld.
I just wrote that right now, dude.
But no, so we were coming back, me and my mother were coming back from India, and we so it's basically 20 hours total from India to Dallas, because to New York is shorter, but I was going to Dallas because the only reason I went is because my mother's older now. She's got health problems, so I didn't want her to travel by herself. So we're coming back, and so we go to Qatar, Doha, Middle East first.
Sure.
Sick airport. And
that's the nicest one in the world, I've heard.
Dude,
right?
it is. Yeah. I was nervous because I was worried that I had leftover weed in my luggage. I had such OCD because I'm what if I get caught by Middle Eastern cops? Nobody's gonna save me. Nobody. There's prayer rooms there. You're
not Brittany Griner. We're not We're not trading
that's my point. Which why also would they arrest me?
We're not trading the merchant of death for you, Shyam.
That's what I'm saying. That's sad though, because I should have more value. I will be honest. When I was at the airport, it was during Ramadan, so I wanted to drink.
Yeah.
But when I would ask people, I would be "Excuse me, is there anywhere to drink? Also, I don't want to break any rules." I said that very clearly because I don't want people thinking but there was one place in the airport you could drink. But anyway, so we're coming back. It's a 16-hour flight from fucking
first
whatever.
Class.
No, come on. We're Indian. We're squished up against each other.
I'm
basically fucking my mother in the seat.
You said you had that family money, dude.
No. In India, it works. But so we're coming back, and I'm not exaggerating, dude. There's these two babies, 2 rows away, crying. I'm not exaggerating, for 16 hours straight. I wanted to punch the parents in the face. Walk them.
They're taking turns.
They're not doing anything, and they're just sitting there. They're just fucking sitting there. So it was a miserable flight. I was very, very tired.
Yeah.
So we're in customs, and it's taking forever, and it's getting out of it's obnoxious. So I'm standing in line, and this person goes, "Hey, move over to this line. It'll be quicker." So I'm all right. So I move over, and this line starts speeding up, the one that I left. And I'm waiting even longer at this one. So I'm frustrated. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm whatever. And so I start kind of talking to myself. I'm this fucking bullshit. I'm fucking told me to fucking move, and now I'm fucking waiting longer. I'm just so...
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm dehydrated. I'm hungry. I'm fucking...
Good way to get on customs radar.
So I'm just fuck this. And all of a sudden... And I'm talking to myself. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I'm being loud. All of a sudden, the fucking border patrol or customs guy who's checking somebody in stops what he's doing and walks over and he goes, "Sir, are you okay?" And I'm what? And he's are you okay? You seem kind of flustered. Very condescendingly, very flustered. I'm "What are you talking about?" And he's "Well, no, you're cursing, are you on medication or something?" And I'm "What?" And he goes, "I'm just asking because you look very flustered, whatever." I go, "I just got off a 16-hour flight. There was 2 fucking crying babies on the flight. What are you trying to say?" And he's "Well, you just seem a little..." I was "No, I'm fine." I go, "I'm fine." And he's "Are you sure you're fine?" I'm "Yeah, I'm fine." And he went back to his thing, and I was I was so angry, and I've never done this before. I went down. I saw his name tag. I went down. I was like, "Who's the supervisor for upstairs?" And I filed a formal complaint. Because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just cursing to myself. I'm clearly not a threat here. I'm not doing anything. I'm cursing to myself. Yeah, do I look insane? Sure. Like, yeah, I'm not saying that.
Is your hair up or down at the time?
Completely down. so I mean,
that shoulder
So
like
you're
hair.
saying he had a point.
yeah. I look like I look like the Macho Man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just talking to himself. Like,
You're
who
ready
the
to
fuck-
suplex someone through the...
just fucking vein, fucking completely popping on my fucking forehead.
Crying baby.
Yeah. Those Muslims. Those are those crying babies and fucking. So
Pretty good.
That's good.
So yeah, he fucking. Yeah, I remembered his. I think it was his last name was Garcia. He was a fucking Mexican. It's like, dude, you're supposed to be on my side here. Like, come on. Like, how do you know I'm not Mexican? Like, you know what I mean? So
It's true. That's a good story. That's great, dude.
I mean, whatever. It was fucking.
And to be honest, they probably fired that guy and he lost his job. And
I
he
hope.
can't-
I fucking
and
hope
you
so.
you said Garcia, so he probably can't feed his 8 kids.
Well, he's in Texas, so he probably has 12. I'm sure there's a farm they can work at. But another funny terrorist-related story with my father, though. This one's actually pretty fucking good. This is back in 03, back in Nam. This is back in 03, obviously 2 years after 9/11.
Yeah, the height.
Newspaper stands used to be a big thing, right? You know,
Yeah,
25 cents, get a
Yeah.
newspaper. My dad's reads the paper front to back every day.
Wow.
There's a lake in Stoneham, where town that I'm from.
Yep.
Not in Stoneham, town over Wakefield. He would walk it every day. So he goes there. He reads the paper, leaves the paper on the stand always, just because like whatever, whoever gets there gets like a free one, whatever, because he's done with it, right?
Yeah.
So one day he does this every day. So this is after 9/11. He does this. He starts walking the lake about like half an hour. It's like an hour long. About halfway through, this cop pulls up next to him, and it's a town cop. And he's like, "Sir, I need you to get in the car." Which, first of all, is insane because
So crazy.
They didn't arrest him. They were just like, "I need you to come in the car with me." And
Yeah.
my dad is like law-abiding Americans. He's like, "Yeah, no problem. I trust you."
Sure thing, officer.
Yeah, I trust you, officer. You won't wrongfully do anything to me.
Maybe I'm winning an award.
Exactly. Yeah. I saved the whites. So they pull up to the stand where he left the newspaper, and as they get there, there's a bomb squad of 8 dudes fully decked out, like in the full like gear, like
Holy
like
shit.
SWAT team, the whole 9 yards, like around this thing. And the cop goes, "Sir, we got a complaint from that somebody said you left something suspicious and that there's some suspicious activity. We need you to unravel the newspaper to make sure that there's no bomb in there." And my dad, this is how my dad tells the story. He goes, "I was laughing the whole time. I had my bomb. This is no bomb." And then, like, he didn't even realize the racism.
Oh my god.
He didn't even
dude.
like. He's like, "Oh, they're doing their job."
Also, he's
Oh.
fucking Indian.
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly.
God,
Yeah. That one was a crazy, like, that one was like on the nose, like, all right, guys, like, you're joking, right? It's
That's
a fucking
crazy.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
one was like so on the nose. It's like I can't even, because I've said to my friends, I'm like, dude, because I do get pulled more often than not. I'll get pulled like at the airport or whatever, but like
Really?
it's happened more. I'd say like not since like 20. I think after 2012, 2013, like not as bad, but up until that point, like I would generally get more pulled more. But I've always said, I'm like, hey man, as long as you can stereotype me, as long as you make sure you're catching the motherfuckers. If you're catching them, fucking if I'm like I'm collateral damage, no problem. I'm not gonna bitch. But if you're doing it and then like things are getting fucked up, then fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
dude, I saw this video. You can get, they do catch shit at TSA. I'm usually a big TSA hater. I think that it's a waste of money, and like some of this shit is so stupid. Like some lines you take your shoes off, other lines you got to keep your laptop out of your bag in your bag. It's like
100%
arbitrary.
It is very arbitrary. Yes, it is. Yes.
But they do catch shit, because I saw you can go online and find, like, you can buy packages of like knives that TSA has confiscated. And you buy it for like $20 and it'll send you like 60 knives. They're usually like crap. It's things that people like forget that are on keychains.
Yeah,
and
got it.
Oh, I came to the airport and I forgot that my pocket knife is in my bag.
Got it.
That
Got
kind
it.
of
Got it.
stuff.
I used to work at the airport, and
TSA?
no, not TSA. I was.
Dude, he's no traitor.
I don't like the brag. I was a baggage handler.
Oh, hell yeah.
A ramp rat.
Oh,
as they
okay.
call
He's
them.
out there sniffing ladies' underwear in the bottom of the
Throwing
plane.
them bags, man.
I will tell you this though, if I wanted to smuggle kilos of cocaine,
You could, yeah.
I could have done it so easily.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, but I don't want to lose my job. I made like $12 an hour. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but it
What if
was
I get fired?
Yeah.
the lack of security that I went through as an employee was insane.
Really?
The lack
That's
of
nuts.
background check that I got was insane. The point that I would be so hungover / still drunk pushing out the fucking planes. I was the guy driving and pushing out the planes.
Are you serious?
Yes, I was the guy waving the wands. You don't need a fucking degree.
Holy shit.
You just
That
need
makes
to-
me feel very safe.
It makes me feel much better about flying.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just
yeah.
need to have a friend that works there and not be a registered sex offender. and not smoke weed for 2 weeks.
It is hard to get in though, right? Like if you don't know
Damn.
somebody.
It's not.
It's not? Because I think for my next
goddamn
job, I want to work in an airline. Did you get good benefits?
Yes,
like
I did.
flying and shit?
Yeah, I mean, I flew standby for free for 2 airlines.
Oh, that's fucking dope. Yeah, I my next job, I want to work in an
I
airline.
will say, weird job to exclude sex offenders. This is like you're not going to be around. I mean, I can't think of a place where you're not going to run into less kids.
That is actually so
is the
true.
tarmac of an airport.
Yeah, but they handle all the strollers. They'd be fucking jacking off. Oh, I'm sorry. I think about things like that.
I didn't even cross my mind, dude.
I'm out. Sorry you want your bags handled by a bunch of pedorasses.
Dude, that's
Hey,
gonna
sorry
be a
you want
law.
some child molester to be fucking putting away your duffel bag.
If I was president, that would be my first thing. I would be like, okay, all pedophiles, you got to work at the airport. That's it. So you look out the window. And
It's either cut your dick off or work at the airport. Pick one.
you got to drive the planes on the tarmac. Oh my God. That's fucked.
That is fucked.
That's crazy.
Also not surprising at all. Like
No.
not surprising in the like I'm not surprised or shocked in the slightest.
So
Like,
not only that, I worked with I don't know if you ever met Colin Chamberlain, but
I have not,
We
but-
worked at the airport together. It was like a bunch of comedians in Pittsburgh working at this airport.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
He would fucking our boss bought us a griddle. And we cooked breakfast in like a non-ventilated room in the airport. like Colin, like
Dude, that's awesome.
Colin was like, a pretty good chef. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like making. He'd just be in there. They'd be like, "Hey, we're gonna be short-staffed for the next flight. So we only got we have 3 total to run this flight. It's kind of gonna be tough, but we'll be able to do it." And it's like, "What about Colin?" And the boss will be like, "Oh, he's cooking everybody breakfast." So, we'd be like,
Let's make egg sandwiches. Don't pull them away from the griddle.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
it was such a crazy ass job.
Did you quit? Or did you get fired? Or
No, I moved to New York.
oh, okay. So you could have stayed there if you wanted to, then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It started getting a little. They started like trying to crack down a little bit, but like I couldn't be controlled.
Okay, all right, yeah.
We turned everybody into like liking us like so fast.
Yeah.
Personality hires.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah,
That's important.
Yeah, absolutely.
But man, there were some fuck. There was also there like oversized items. There was like a specific division of the like baggage room that was called oversize, and coincidentally, oversize. All the people that worked there were like extremely fat, mentally challenged dudes. And it just killed me every time because I didn't know what it
amazing.
was at first, and I get there and they're like, "Okay, this is this, that's oversized," and I was like, "Well, that's it's kind of rude, a little politically incorrect." And then, well, there was one guy that was thin. There was this dude named John, and me and Colin are like sweating our asses off, and we're like standing out like in like where there's like a nice like breeze, and he comes over there and he pulls out his cigarettes, and he's like, "Oh, I'm smoking marbles. What kind of cigarettes do you guys smoke?" And I was like, "Oh
Dude, is that where the voice comes from?
no!" And so he says that,
And then he's like, I got a girlfriend. Do you want to see her? And we're like, yeah, sure, dude. Like we're just like, dude, we're like miserable.
Yeah,
But we're not gonna be mean to
Of
this
course,
guy.
of
Like, he's got
course.
something, he's slow.
Of course.
And he shows us a picture, and it's of like. It's like a fucking Blake Lively.
Yeah.
Come on, man. He's like, yeah. So, anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. And he walks away, and Colin was like, man, I don't know why, but is it like extra sad that like a mentally challenged dude is smoking cigs? Like, just ripping darts. I was like, yeah, man. And then I was like, and also, dude, I don't think that's his girlfriend. And he was like, yeah, no shit, it wasn't his girlfriend. I could see the fucking Getty image watermark on the top.
That's so good. That's so fucking
Dude, what's the we got to wrap soon, but what's the do you have a drunkest you have ever been story?
Fuck yeah, it was fucking last week.
Yeah, I mean, apparently I
last weekend
blacked.
was
I
bad.
don't remember that whole thing. I'm trying to think, man. Yeah, I have a bunch. I have one. I mean, it wasn't very fun, but it was when I was 16, and I was emotional and hormonal, and
The estrogen.
yeah, estrogen. Or is it? Wait, men don't have hormones?
Dude, starting a story with I was emotional and hormonal. I'm like, where the fuck is this guy?
He's going through.
Is it
He's
hormo-
going through
not-
menopause.
Not
Yeah.
hormonal.
16.
I was emotional
You
and
were
I was
hormonal, testosterone.
testosterone. Okay, yeah. I was hormonal, and I got into a huge fight with my aunt earlier that day, and this is when I just started drinking. I
Okay.
had just started drinking, and
You refused to bow.
no. I think I didn't kiss her feet, and so
No
huge
tongue.
fight.
No
Yeah.
tongue.
Get rid of my toe fungus, and
You're good at that voice.
I wonder why. I hate it. It's the worst voice ever.
Oh, I love it.
I'd rather.
Also, every time you've heard that voice, people listening, that's been Dylan.
I did do it a couple times.
I wish I could do the Macho Man as an Indian. That would be like my dream. Like,
Oh, yes, very, very good.
That's pretty good.
whatever. But fucking, so I was, so I went out with my buddy, and I actually went to there was an older kid, cool kid on the basketball team. I played sports, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna be the young kid, with all the older guys partying. There was like older girls there and shit, and I drank. It was about 3/4 of a bottle of Bacardi, and I was like 16 years old, and I caused a huge scene at the party. Because there's parents were there and they were like letting us, so it was like low key, and I was not low key, and I was like calling all the girls bitches. I was like, fuck you. I was like, I'll
Come
beat
on.
the fuck out of you guys. Like, I play football. Like, some of them were soccer players, so I was like, I'll fucking fuck you. I was like, you're a pussy, Mark. Like, you can play soccer, you Italian fucking, whatever the fuck, And so, and I black out, and the only thing I remember is there was a buddy of mine, the captain of the football team. He was actually my friend. I remember him dragging me to the car, to his friend's car. They're like, all right, we got to get this kid out of here, to his house.
God.
They put me in the front seat. They drive me to my house, and I'm outside my house, and my parents are like, blowing up my phone. They're they're Indian and shit. They're
Where are you?
pissed. Like, it's 10 o'clock. They're like, what the fuck? Like, they're like, my mother's like, does not like that I'm drinking, whatever. And I'll never forget, I'm sitting, we're sitting right outside the house, and I'm here. All I got to do is, get out of the car and go in. And I just puked in my friend's passenger seat, like everywhere.
Oh my God, dude.
Went back in the house, and I remember being so fucked up, I changed, and then I went back out. And they found me again walking the streets, and then had to bring me back to my. And then the next day, I don't remember any of it. It was huge. My mother was crying. I had to go to work. I worked at the movie theater. I had to go to work the next day. It was just a fucking. It was a messy, and I was like, I should have known that was a precursor to my alcoholic troubled life now. Yeah,
So you mean the having fun? And
Exactly.
Sorry, you
partying?
don't like to have fun, dude. Dude, that was great,
I
man.
love you just calling all the girls. I called all the girls bitches.
yeah. I was like, you a bitch.
I can't. That's shocking, dude. I could never see you act like that. Couldn't see it at all.
I know.
Wow.
I have an alter ego.
Actually, no. I mean, the only time I ever drank with you, you're pretty sweet with the ladies.
Well,
Yeah.
You're putting on some charm.
Yeah. I can from time to time.
I mean, throwing your friend under the bus.
every time that'll never happen again.
No, it was funny. It was all in good fun, but you kept going, sorry, ladies, my buddy keeps bothering me. She's like, maybe go hang out with your friend. He's like, nah, not really my friend. And I like hear everything you're saying. You're just fucking slamming Coronas, which is such a funny drink. It's so, dudes drinking Coronas. I don't know why it makes me laugh. It makes me think of Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, dude. You can have any beer you want as long as it's a Corona.
Coronas are so fucking funny.
That's another beer I remember when I first started drinking. I started drinking Corona.
Yeah,
So
dude.
get
That's the
attached
problem. I've been drinking Makers. I've been drinking bourbon.
God.
I drink bourbon that whole day.
Yeah.
Whole day. I might have
Yeah,
had 15
dude.
bourbons.
No wonder you were. That was, dude. It was so funny. I would see like Dylan across the bar, like everybody's partying, and then like he was like that. He looked like Joe Biden when anybody else is talking. You know, like he's just kind of like wobbling. He was like this, and then he catches me and goes.
The
and
classic.
then just goes back, and I'm like, wow, he's not gonna remember all this.
Dude.
Shit.
Yikes.
But that was one of those instances where like I'm really proud of myself for this because 9 times out of 10 I make the mistake that I thought about making, but I drank with everybody up until like 6 o'clock. I had to leave. I come back at like midnight. I was actually gone. I was maybe gone for like 5 hours.
Yeah, you were gone for a long time.
And when I come back, everybody is like,
God.
just fucking full. It's
That's
like
right.
it's like a war zone.
Yeah,
in there.
yeah.
And like 9 times out of 10, I'm the guy that's like, all right, time to catch up to you, motherfuckers. And I was like, no, just start slow. But then it did become a problem when at Rice Cake Karaoke, which is the fucking best place ever. People need to
Lot of fun.
People need to stop going.
Yeah.
But at the end of the night, she's like, hey, no more songs, but I put about 20 tequila shots out on the bar for everybody.
Wow.
And people weren't taking her up on it. I had about 5.
That's awesome. What a bartender. That's
place,
fucking awesome.
That place is so...
Well, dude, they were so happy that we were.
That's
all
gonna be
there.
our place. Like that. We gotta go. We have to relive.
Yeah.
That.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
gonna. Yeah.
Every
Place is so
Saturday.
fun.
Yeah. Every
Oh
Saturday.
my God. All right, dude. Let's wrap it up. That was great, dude. Thank you for coming.
Dude,
Thanks,
thanks for
Sean.
having me. This is so much fun.
We gotta
Be
have
out
you
in a
back.
few weeks. Tell the people where they can find you. Social media. You got anything coming up?
Unfortunately, I'm still in the grind. Grizzly Pear will be starting there actually in July. I'll have spots there. Oh, I'm headlining in Boston, Hideout in
Nice,
July.
dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then Instagram at InstaShimmy. And my Twitter is Sean from Stowe because I call into 98.5 Sports Hub all the time, and I'm Sean from Stoneham, so that's my Twitter. So
That's cool.
Yeah,
I love that,
so-
dude. Raymond.
First time caller, long time listener. Like one
Yeah,
of those type of things you
exactly.
call it?
Yeah. But
Long-time caller, first-time listener?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know Jack Burke.
Yeah, of course I know
He
that.
always had a joke that I liked where he talks about why he listens to sports radio.
Yeah.
He says because they'll always be like, the Patriots just really need to get it together. Fauci's a war criminal.
Yeah.
But you definitely go fucking check Shyam out. We just became pals recently, and I always have fucking fun hanging out with you.
Likewise. And
and-
the other night will not happen again. I promise you.
Yeah, we definitely
And
will.
I wouldn't care if it did happen again because that was hilarious. You can find me at Ray Zawodni on all social media. Make sure subscribe to my YouTube, Ray Zawodni, and be on the lookout. I got a special coming out around October-ish, and always catch me here every single fucking Wednesday on the Troublemakers podcast
yeah.
with my man Dylan Krasinski. Dylan, where can they find
Ooh,
you?
you can find me at Dylan Krasinski on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and at Troublemakers on all those sites. We post clips 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 times a week when I'm feeling frisky. Other than that, go follow Shyam, and we'll see you next week, baby. Good night.
Peace.
Bye.